We get into this confusion with conception.
Scotty and John were working on the bathroom.
So your boyfriend and your husband were working on the bathroom?
Yes, Your Honor. Scotty went into our room, was playing his games in our room, and John said, come look at the bathroom. We got to talk about the kids. Closed the door. One thing led to another, and we had sex.
So he was laying down some pipes as a plumber. He was doing some plumbing work in that bathroom. Did you hear that, guys? Some plumbing work.
Be strong.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is Alex from YouHubTV, and today we're going to be doing a reaction to another video on paternity court called Times When Twins Were the Potential Father. So let's go ahead and hop into it.
Yes, Your Honor. I was in the process of closing those doors.
No, you don't close the door by saying, yeah, we can have sex. That's opening the door.
And when he walked out, we got finished.
So wait a minute, you got finished, you finished the act?
Yes, Your Honor.
Could the husband and boyfriend be the father of her twins? Check it
I had to insert this rant right here. Did the judge really think she was going to stop midway and not finish? Come on, let's be realistic.
out.
You state there is no way you fathered either one of your wife's twins.
Yes, Your Honor.
You believe you fathered both twins.
Yes, Your Honor.
Here's what the wife has to say.
For the fact of the matter that I'm still married to John, just everything's been upside down, not knowing.
And now you believe your fraternal twins have two different fathers. Wow.
Mr. Ramey, the husband,
That reminds me of like a Mari episode where fraternal twins had like two different daddies. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. I don't know what the chances were. I think it was something like 1 in a million or something like that, but it happened. It could happen right here, but it's highly unlikely.
doesn't believe he fathered either one of the children.
Don't resemble my two biological children that I have.
How did we get into this confusion with conception?
Scotty and John were working on the bathroom.
So your boyfriend and your husband were working on the bathroom?
Yes, Your Honor. Scotty went into our room, was playing his games in our room, and John said, come look at the bathroom. We got to talk about the kids. Closed the door. One thing led to another, and we had sex.
They didn't get away with it without the boyfriend finding out.
How did Mr. Stacy, your boyfriend, find out that you had sex with your husband?
He had heard me and John together, and he said, I can't do this, and he walked out. He left with...
Stick in a pin, guys. Are these two supposed to be twins? They kind of look similar, but are they really twins? Because not once has the judge said hey, your brother, blah blah blah, or anything like that. It's just your husband and your boyfriend.
Keisha.
You finished the act?
Yes, Your Honor.
Got to, judge. Got
Here's
to.
Mr. Stacy's account of what happened.
I heard them. I said I was done, and I walked out.
Did you know they were having sex? What did you hear?
You could hear them.
And you just said, I'm done, and you left?
Yes.
This
You could hear them.
story gets crazier.
Do you reconnect with Mr. Stacy?
And brought him back to the house and asked him...
Nah, those two aren't twins because if you look on the screen, where is it? This one is called
Oh, they were
Stacy,
having-
and then on the screen, the next one is called like Mr. Ramsey or something like that, Mr. R. But they're not twins.
Sex. What did you hear?
You could hear them.
And you just said, I'm done, and you left?
Yes.
This story gets crazier.
Do you reconnect with Mr. Stacy?
And brought him back to the house and asked him to stay.
Do you start having sex with Mr. Stacy again?
It was that night. But
So-
Scotty had left the next day, said he was going to his
Got
mom's.
some
I went
sloppy
and picked
seconds.
John up and brought him back to the house.
You've had sex with your husband twice and your boyfriend once?
Yes.
Wow.
She would later get pregnant. Here's what happened after she found out she was pregnant.
Scotty was the first one to find out I was pregnant other than my aunt and my uncle. And I said, well, you do know that there's a
didn't tell you
possibility
that,
that
yeah.
they're yours. I was 5.5 weeks.
You've been honest. You were intimate with both men on the same day,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
in the same 24-hour period.
Yes, Your Honor.
Just when you thought it can't get any crazier, she revealed this.
Once he was put on notice that you were back with your husband, he was leaving, but he came back.
I mean, I'm not going to be thrown under the bus.
I forgot about that yesterday.
Did you state that you had a threesome with your husband and your boyfriend?
Yes, I did. And Scotty did it because he loved me, and I did it because I love John.
In God.
What? What? What did I just hear? Let me rewind. Let me rewind this.
Name,
Yes, I did. And Scotty did it because he loved me, and I did it because I love John.
in God's name.
What did I just hear? What the
She believes one child belongs to the
Malarkey.
husband and the other child belongs to the boyfriend. Here are her reasons.
Explain why you believe your husband is Richard's father.
Looks like Jonathan when he was a baby, which Jonathan looks like John when he was a baby.
The husband doesn't see any resemblance.
I just don't see the resemblance of myself. I don't.
And this is you. So, Mr. Stacy, you believe these are your twins.
Yes, Your Honor.
And how do you feel when you see Mr. Ramey holding the twins? I'm just saying.
The judge threw a question at her, and her answer shocked the court.
I feel your energy, and it's like you are so conflicted. Who would you be with?
I'd be with John. You said in a perfect world, we wouldn't be here. In a perfect world, we wouldn't have been separated.
When Mr. Ramey was asked if the relationship could work when the baby turned out to be his, he wasn't too welcoming of that idea.
My main concern is about the babies, but at the same time, they're innocent, and if I am their dad,
You closed your eyes and just like you didn't want to hear that.
I mean, I like her as a person, but I don't like her that she's my husband's girlfriend.
Mr. Ramey's girlfriend was called to the stand.
You are Mr. Ramey's current girlfriend.
Yes, Your Honor.
You weren't in there when that happened.
Because they do not
Obviously
resemble
not.
Sammy.
He does resemble John because he looks just like John.
No, he doesn't.
Miss Atkins, do you believe Mr. Stacy is the
What do you guys think? To be honest, they have like slight resemblance, but the two guys kind of look similar, so it's a toss-up for me.
Because he looks just like John.
No, he doesn't.
Miss Atkins, do you believe Mr. Stacy is the father of one or both of the twins?
No, I do not.
So you're saying you don't believe either man's the father?
No.
Ma'am, thank you for your testimony. You may be seated.
It's time for the results.
Result is for Raylan. You believe Mr. Stacy is Raylan's biological father. In the
Sorry for the odds, guys.
case of Glenster versus Ramey, the biological father is Mr. Stacy. The next result is for Richard. In the case of Glenster versus Ramey, the biological father is Mr. Stacy. I'm happy for the children that they know who their biological father
Yeah, I told you the chances of it being like two different daddies was like super slim. Okay.
is. You wanted those babies to be your husbands. I know what I know.
No, now me and Scotty can
I
go
know
on with
what I
our life.
know.
No,
what I
but you're
know.
not on with your life.
In this episode, we get to find out if two men fathered the fraternal twins.
You claim that after giving
Alright, so pretty much the title was misleading, or at least it was kind of wrong. Times when twins were the potential father. It should be times when twins potentially had different fathers. That's what the title should have been. This title right here that I'm seeing is misleading. Doesn't really explain what the entire compilation is about.
birth to your twins, Mr. Downs denied fathering your
Two
babies.
kids.
Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Downs claims she had a secret relationship until he found out she was pregnant. While she was narrating how they met,
Sneaky
she
link.
dropped a bomb on the court.
You thought you found the perfect church man.
But I soon found out that that wasn't the case. He would went to church. One day he offered me a ride. We just vibed. Like it was great.
If it
Offered
was
her a
great,
ride.
what happened?
He went through my phone, and I did have a lot of open doors.
Open doors. So you
Open
still
doors.
had other relationships that you had not quite cut off.
Absolutely. So we weren't in a relationship. We weren't together.
Judge Lauren Lake asked him how
By
he
the way,
found
guys, did you see like the reactions from the audience behind? Like, look at that lady in the background. She's like, This is funny.
out about the phone.
Just something told me to pick up the phone, and I did it. And I'm looking through the phone, and I'm
Dude is
like,
lying.
all this other
Something
stuff.
just
I'm like,
told
what
me
is
to pick up the
this?
phone.
Messages are just trying to, hook up with her and like.
Yes, Your Honor. I was in the process of closing those doors.
That's opening the door.
Yeah.
After the phone incident, she
That's
got
not the only
pregnant
thing she
later.
opened.
When the judge asked her how soon it was, check out her response.
Yeah, we moved really fast. We had a wedding date in 2 months. Our vibe was different. We weren't hanging out as much. When I found out I was pregnant, I called him and he didn't even answer. He was really nonchalant about it, but he took me to every ultrasound appointment if he didn't have work. I don't remember his exact response, but I just remember him being nonchalant about it.
I was at work. Like I said, I've been through your phone. I mean, what do you want me to do? What would you want me to feel? I mean, you after I found this out, ain't no way I'm gonna sit here and,
That's
if he
reasonable.
had that much doubt, what's with the feet rubbing and all?
I got 3 other children outside of these 2 we're here for today. I just felt like me as a man and the way I've been obligated to my other kids, case upon my doubts, and I'm still gonna be there until we find out what's what. So
That's commendable.
That's a good dude. Let's clap him, guys. Let's clap him.
Apart from Mr. Downs, Miss Looper told one other person about the pregnancy.
Did you tell anyone else that they potentially could be the father of these beautiful twins?
One person. During my pregnancy, I was sure that it was Cedric's. Twins run in his family. And the other guy who the messages he's seen sent me a picture of his daughter and told me that, I believe that that's my daughter.
And the other man you were having sex with wrote to you and said, I think this is my daughter.
Correct.
They moved on to who could be on the birth certificate.
Who's on the birth certificate?
The hospital birth certificate says that the twins were born to us, but he never signed a birth certificate.
I was at work. I would have definitely put my name on
You were at work. Before you leave the hospital, you need to sign a birth certificate. He could have asked me to
bring
do
it
it.
out. I can't.
I didn't even sign the birth certificate.
Nah, don't sign the birth certificate unless you're 100% sure. That's child support right there.
As me being a father, like I said, I've never had to deal with any suspicion of any of my other kids. But that hospital that we had those kids in, I also lost 2 of my other babies in that very same room that she was sitting in. That's the first thing that goes through my mind is me losing my other 2 daughters.
At this point, it all boils down to which of the twins he'll be claiming as his.
You could be the father of one twin and someone else be the father of the other?
Yes, ma'am. Every time I see him when we video chat, his face just lights up when I'm talking to him, you know what I'm saying?
And you feel this because the twins are fraternal twins, right?
Correct.
This adds to your belief that potentially you're the father of only one.
Mr. Downs revealed to the court that Miss Looper left for California with the kids when he was at work. He got back home and called her. Here's what happened.
And there's nobody there. My kids are gone, she's gone, and the first thing in my mind, because my door's unlocked too. So I'm like, man, what's going on? So I'm calling. And so my cousin gives me his phone. It's like, here, use my phone. And then she told me, oh, your kids, what do you mean your kids? You didn't sign no birth certificate.
How old were the children then?
Maybe a month.
Here's her reason for leaving.
Go clear across the country,
I felt like I
but
had no
you
other
believed he was their father.
Yes. Where do I have
Liar.
to go? Nowhere. I just delivered twins. I had to do what's best for me and my children, regardless, to make us be happy. And they would not have went this way. That's what I thought was the best option.
You
so
were in
that's what I
survival
did.
mode.
Thank you.
It's time for the results.
When it comes to 5-month-old Brayley, Mr. Downs, you are not the father. The next result
Yeah.
reads as follows. When it comes to 5-month-old Bishop, Mr. Downs, you are not the father.
Yeah,
Very
she
sorry.
knew all along.
Do you know who
She
the
knew all
children's
along. Of
father
course she
is?
knows.
And I'm
I
a
wanted
bad
to give
guy.
you a moment, Mr. Downs. I know this was hard.
How a tech
apologize
doofus
again,
and
guys.
non-writer like myself can make a surge in salary from Kindle, working on the
A lifetime of partying resulted in the birth of fraternal twin boys, and now 2 men are claiming to be the father of only one of the twins.
Ms. Wolf, you say that your month-long relationship left you with beautiful twins.
This is probably a long time episode. I haven't seen the judge in that particular hairstyle in ages. Like ages.
You intend to prove Mr. Shelton fathered both boys.
Yes, Your Honor.
You say Ms. Wolf is a promiscuous who has absolutely no idea who fathered her twins. And you claim there is no way you fathered her children. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Miss Wolf kept claiming he was denying it for dubious reasons. She also believed the twins had his features.
He is the father. They look just like him. The conception date was matched up to when we were together during our relationship.
They kinda
He
do
is the
look like
father.
him, to
Look
be
at
honest.
them. Look at him.
Yeah,
Mr. Sheldon
they do.
doesn't share the same view.
So, Mr. Shelton, you disagree.
Yes, Your Honor. She was very untrustworthy. I didn't know what was going on half the time. We were together for a month. She just was never there, really. And then she just disappeared one day. One day, like I said, she just disappeared. Now I think she's just trying to grasp for straws. And
So he's right. You just disappeared.
Yes.
Why?
I wanted a new lifestyle for my kids. They deserve better. Cut everything off. This is before I found out I was pregnant and everything.
When she found out she was pregnant, she had already left Mr. Shelton.
How soon after that did you find out you were pregnant?
I got pregnant in March.
And so when you found out, did you tell Mr. Shelton or you just continued to...
No, I didn't bother trying to look for him because I wasn't sure myself. But the more and more I dug into it, he's the father.
Why have you excluded them?
One was a black guy, so they're obviously not black.
Well, black people come in all colors, all...
The judge should stop with her damn shit. Come on now. A black guy, look at those kids. Come on. He's talking some shit right now.
all sizes.
But not blonde.
Because there are plenty of black people that have blonde hair and blue eyes.
Judge, shut the... Judge, stop with their shit. Come on now.
It wasn't until the pregnancy was 9 months in that she told him.
I just got a message from her one day on Facebook. She came over to the house. The kids were, or she was pregnant at this time.
I was waiting till they were born to see what they would look like because I was unsure and I was nervous.
She would reveal that her current boyfriend believes the child is his.
And she also told me that the Ralph could possibly be one of the fathers also.
That's not true. So that's why we're here today, to prove that Jerry's the father of both of them.
All right, so now you're saying your current boyfriend...
Guys, what I find so interesting, you guys should actually look at the reactions of like the crowd. It's such a dead giveaway. The crowd in the background is so funny.
believes that he is the father.
Yes, of their...
But he thinks he's the biological father.
Yes.
It's time for Mr. Duke to take the stand.
I've known her since 2008, on and off. We were together at the time of conception.
Dude, that's not your kid.
Sex.
She just testified.
Dude,
I'm
that's not your
joking
kid.
with you.
What?
Joking around. He's been there since they were born.
Why are you crying? Why are you so upset? Why are
Hold
you
on,
so
hold on,
upset,
hold
Miss
on. Did you
Wolf?
see the
Can
two
you
persons
tell
in the
court?
audience?
just
Hold on,
like it.
hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let me just go ahead.
Crying. Why are you so upset?
Hold on, I gotta pull it up.
Joking around. He's been there since they were born.
Why are you crying?
Do you see those two in the background? Do you see them laughing? Yo. One day I want to be in the audience for one of these shows. I wanted to be on like Jerry Springer, but damn. Jerry Springer and Maury. Damn, those were the good old days.
Why are you so upset? Why are you so upset, Miss Wolf? Can you tell the court?
I need a second.
You were sexually active with Ms. Wolf.
Yes.
You remember that?
Our DNA ancestry, and they came back that we have European DNA descent, and I am the father. Yes, I could be possibly of Luke. Yes, possibly, but not Levi.
The judge asked about Mr. Shelton's relationship with the twins.
I haven't had a chance to be in their life at all. I've been wondering about them. It keeps me up at night.
I hadn't reached out to him at all. I was trying to file for child support.
Your Honor, last time
For them.
that I talked to her, she was supposed to bring the kids over and we were supposed to hang out. 2 days later, I got child support papers in the mail.
You gave her the address for visitation and then you got served.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's time for the results.
We're clear that fraternal twins could potentially have two different fathers. First results relate to Mr. Duquois. When it comes to Levi Wolf, Mr. Duquois, you are not the father.
That's so obvious.
The next result will be for Luke. When it comes to Luke, Mr. Duquois, you are not the father.
Obvious again.
And he is not the biological father of either twin. Mr. Shelton, you are not the father. Levi Wolf, it has been determined by this court. You are not the father.
That was
so
a
unfortunate for
shocker.
the
That was a
children.
shocker. That was a shocker. That was a shocker. So there's potentially a next dude. So it's definitely not the black guy. But yeah, I like this episode. Even though the title was kind of clickbait, I liked it nonetheless. So once again, guys, please go ahead and like, share, subscribe, and I'm out.